Awesome. Thank you so much. I am retarded. Thank you for so much help for helping with it. No, my mic was just muted. I had a class, so I had my mic muted. So I'm gonna go over Selena's question. It was really good. And I said thank you to everyone else that said help you and everything. I appreciate the love and support, guys. So Selena, she said 25 different stocks with AK. I mean, we can do the math really quick. That's about $400 in each stock, like 410, maybe like 405. I think you can do that math. It's like 405 in each stock, right? A little bit under. If we look, I don't like doing that personally. That's why I do so much heavy due diligence into my long-term stocks, like NMGRF, High Tide. I did tons of due diligence before I really made the commitment to get into those, right? I looked at the fair value, looked how cheap they were, stuff like that. I'm going to do a heads up right now. I'm not going to break down this stock right now, but there's going to be a video on this stock coming out, Momo. I absolutely love it. I don't know if right now is the best time to enter based on where it's at. This is a pretty big resistance that we're seeing here, right here. So high chance we get a little bit of like maybe a breakdown. You could start laddering positions. I'll probably ladder some tomorrow. We might get like a breakdown and then, you know, start it back up. I don't know how really to do this right now. Wait, you can hear me now, right? You should be able to hear me now. My volume says it's working. I hope that worked. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? I think now you are messing with me. I think now you're messing with me. Okay, cool. You can hear me. It's a little bit delayed, so I have to wait a second. So, anyways, so Momo, it's like I said, we could see a little bit of downside right here, but overall, looking at the chart, I mean, we had a lot of time since it's been public since 2015. It was like about a $50 stock. I absolutely love this stock, guys. My friend, he's been telling me about it for a few days, and I just now sat down during class. I know, great student I am. I was looking at stocks during the class, but I'm in love with the chart, and then I started looking at the financials of the chart as well. Man, this company this is it. I'm not going to go into it right now. You can do your own due diligence right now if you want, like after the stream or right now, or whatever you want to do. But basically, I think Tinder for China. And when you start to really unpack the data behind Momo and who they're selling the data to, man, it has huge potential, and it is dirt cheap right now. This is one of the most dirt cheap stocks there is, and there is huge, massive potential. I absolutely love it. They're doing great things with it, and they're kind of tweaking it to make it like Tinder, Snapchat, all in one, like an all-in-one social media type thing. It's really interesting. So I'm gonna go more into that in the video when I drop it. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. I'm super excited. I have my son tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon as well, so I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow. But because I want to spend a lot of time talking, it'll be a longer video for sure. Like I love the company. I'll be breaking them down. Great company. So everyone's joining in. I'll do an AMC breakdown really quick, and then we'll kind of go over some other stocks and kind of what I see going from the market tomorrow, and then we'll kind of go over what happened today with the market and how my trades went today. And then I guess kind of go over any of y'all's questions that y'all have. So if you have any questions or stocks you can look at, post them in the chat, and then I'll start looking at those as well. It's a little bit delayed, so you'll be able to see my AMC by the time you get those posted. So let's look at AMC let's go to the 15-minute intraday chart. So we like to look at the most. This is our bread and butter here. Okay, so when we started the day, I'm going to start basically from the beginning. From this morning, when I start doing these from now on, I'm going to start following up from the beginning, right? And if I don't answer your question immediately, it's because there's a time delay. I'm probably answering it as you type it. It's just like a 30-second time delay. Okay, so I'm going to do these updates for now. I'm going to have a live in the morning, a live at night, the late night show, whatever you want to call it. This is what I want to do, right? And so I just want to follow up from where we were this morning. So with AMC this morning, right? This is where we were. I said things don't look good, looks bearish. The numbers released, they're probably manipulated, but manipulated or not, they're bearish, so it's not good for the stock. Now AMC, they came out very bad, very poor. GameStop still 78%. That's still really high. Taking that into account, GameStop is still very high. So if it does drop, there's a chance it could, make another bounce back up. There's still the possibility there. It's not out of the question. But we saw AMC get a push up. Everyone's like, man, Tyler, you were wrong. We're looking bullish. And then we came crashing back down. That was kind of like just poetic justice right there. Opening up tomorrow, looking where we're at, we're back below the VWAP. Doesn't look great. Looking at the OBV, we got exactly the movement that I mentioned this morning. You know, not being conceited. Some people were saying I'm being conceited, and I really don't want to carry myself in a conceited manner at all. So I apologize if I come across that way. I think sometimes me being confident in some of my plays and the way I chart and sometimes can come across the wrong way. So I do apologize if I come across conceited. I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm better than anyone. But yeah, so we came up to this OBV level, got rejected pretty violently, right? We got a pretty violent rejection, as you can see here, you know, and then we got pushed straight back down below the VWAP. It doesn't look good for AMC. AMC about to take off. It could. I could be wrong. Totally could. I'm not touching it. So my short-term targets are the $4.70, $4.80. We should get a bounce at those levels. If we don't, we could just continue down. You know, you don't really know. So that's my consensus on AMC right now. We'll see. On the after hours, we are down even further to like $5.64 below the daily open. That is worth noting. So let's look at a few questions. What is the best platform? E-Trade is the best platform. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong, false. TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. If you're looking to get serious into options, I think that's the best platform most likely. I use E-Trade personally. It has its downfalls. So just me, my personal opinion. Weeble's better than Robinhood. Robinhood's the scummiest of the scum. Is it too late to enter high tide at 77 cents tomorrow morning? Should we wait for a dip? That's a hard question to answer. I can't tell you if it's going to dip. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm already in. That's why it's important to watch the videos. But I understand I got a lot of more subscribers since I posted that video. If you're ever not really sure, but you really like a stock. So if I'm ever looking at a stock like Momo, for instance, right, it's pumped up, and I kind of want to wait for a dip before I start really dumping money in. But there's always a consideration of it could just go through. So what I would want to do is start laddering my entries, right? So I'd want to enter maybe like, let's say if I have 100% and the most I want to enter in this position is $4,000, right? I know everyone's different. So actually we'll say $1,000 because that's, I think, a pretty good number of how much people might put into a long-term stock like this. So you put 1,000 in, maybe you want to enter 5% at a time. So you enter, $50 at just $50 at a time, and just periodically go, have some alerts set looking at the stock, or you do more 10 to 15, whatever you want to do. So there's other ways you can enter in. So your dollar cost averaging, so you can just average your cost down. And worst case scenario, you blow past that overall resistance, and then you try to get back in on some type of retest of a support. That's just one way you can do that. That's just, catch 22. But you should look how much you like the stock. So if you really like the due diligence, if you really like the company's financials and what they're doing, that's why I like High Tide. Their financials are through the roof. Their financials are amazing because they don't deal directly with the cannabis, if that makes sense. So they're not in the wholesale business of cannabis. They wholesale the actual accessories for cannabis. So it's really interesting. So their shelf life and stuff like that they do better with that type of stuff. So that's my advice for that. Is it too late to enter? Yep, answer that question. Can you look at Triteris? I know that company. Try it. Pretty high short and big gap to fill. So I've seen Dead Inside talk about this company. It's an interesting company as well. I know they work in like foreign exchange. They're like a foreign exchange broker for really big clients. I think they have like 20 clients, but their clients all manage like millions of dollars. It's a hard chart to look at. I don't love it. I don't love the chart, and this is why I don't enter it, is because I don't love it. You're seeing a big obvious resistance here. You see that? It's hard to get above. It's trying really hard. I've been looking at this stock to potentially buy, but I just don't like the way that and thank God I did not enter it, because when I was going to enter it was around this level here. It's trying to hold the weekly. It just looks like it's hurting. It looks like it's hurting really bad. I don't love it. I don't love it. I know big gap to fill. I don't think we fill that gap though. It's possible though. You never know. I'm not a huge fan. I'm sorry. Check out Sol. What is Sol? I'm gonna try to run through these kind of quick because I know people are gonna come in and they're gonna want me to look at AMC. So I have to bounce back and forth. Sol. What is? I don't know what this is. The chart looks okay. I'm not in love with it. On a longer term time scale, it looks like it's kind of bearish. I don't love it. It's not above 25.76. That's where I would look for it to break above. If it holds this, maybe it flips to like a bullish momentum. But I'm not in love with the chart either. OBV is very high. Definitely scaled in for a pullback. So I'd watch out for that. But let me know what the company is, and maybe if they're in a good sector, I might like them more. Fundamentals tell me a lot about a company. But it's not a penny stock, so that's good. How are you going to call out Trey whenever you also have an AMC in most of your recent titles? Okay, so let me know how I called out Trey first of all. Some people are putting that in some of the comments on the videos. If you've watched my lives thoroughly, you know that I keep saying I think Trey's a great guy. I think he has good comments. I think he has good TA as well. I think that some of his videos just tend to be more on the bullish side of things, and I think that it's important that we, because like it or not, people can say, well, I don't want to be a role model, I don't want to be a leader in the space, I don't want to be an example. But if you're posting content, ultimately you are. And there's a lot of new investors, and people are constantly messaging me all day asking questions, and I try to answer them the best of my abilities, but they're very uneducated. And I know that's not Trey's fault, it's not my fault, but I think that we should show people the bearish side of things, and not everything's not bullish. And just based on responses, you can see that people aren't used to that. But I've never said he's a bad guy. I never said anything. I don't think I've said anything bad about him, really, to be honest. I think someone called him cracked out on my stream, and I said I wouldn't say that. I think he's a good guy. He seems like a solid guy. And then he came out that he has heart problems and stuff like that. I mean, like I haven't said anything bad about him, to be honest. That doesn't make sense. Okay, but I don't want to like spend too much time on any like attacks or anything like that. I just want to make it clear that like I don't have any like ill will towards most of these people. Only people I don't like is a Jeremy investing guy. That guy's a total scam artist. What are your thoughts on Gevo? Man, yeah, it's a good one. So Gevo, I like. Man, this is funny. I made a chart on this a while back when we came and retested, and look what we did. That's funny. It's doing strong recovery play. Joe Biden's behind it. A lot of people on the team know Joe Biden, especially, and work with that cabinet as well. So just that bias has me bullish on them. I wouldn't touch it at this level. It's just too high for me. This is how I trade. Take on Sense. I think it's very run up. I think it's very, very run up. I think it's just too run up. Wouldn't touch it. Still above the VWAP. Looks good. OBV super scaled up as well. Not a huge fan of it. Remember, my throat is like on fire. Is it too late to get into Tilray? I've never been a fan of Tilray, even though it's it's doing really good. So I mean, my loss, but I'm not a huge fan. Can you check out GoPro and Sundial Grower? I'll look at Sundial here in a sec and GoPro 1 sec. Hey Tyler, thank you very much for the videos and advice. I'm thinking of picking up High Tide. Is that a fair recommendation? If you're going into these pennies and these OTCs, my warning before always getting into this isn't financial advice or anything like that, but it's you need to be prepared to potentially hold them. You know what I mean? And that's because anything I'm buying stock on, typically I'm long term. Like BNGO, I bought stock on it. I didn't buy call options, but that's a shorter term play. But if you're buying long term, you need to be prepared to be a long term holder. And I think people were saying I'm buying AMC, but most people weren't long term holders, are projected to go through what they're going through now. So I don't think High Tide has as big of a dump. But like today, when we saw the market today, like those UVXY calls, I mean, those hit, right? Like we were buying below $10 non-stop in the group. And once we spiked to 10.50, we got out. We made our money, made a killing today. DraftKings, we held through the pain, and it paid off today. So yeah, diamond hands, baby, diamond hands. Check out RCL. I got in at $40. Should I bail or use the money? Is that Royal Caribbean Cruise Line? It is. You got it at 40. It's a good spot to get in. I liked cruise lines like a week ago, really, and obviously we're playing off from that level. It looks like we have a little bit of downside, but I still like it. It's a longer term position, I'm not gonna tell you to sell or not. I can't tell you to sell or not. First of all, it's a trap. It's a trap. Cue the Star Wars, but it's hard to say. I like cruise lines, but this has some downward momentum. Could possibly retest 65 overall, maybe even fill the gap. I don't know. That's hard to say to fill the gap. But I don't love it. Where's that? It's hard to say. I'm not in love with the chart. You might have mentioned it, and I just didn't hear. I thought Thoughts on ITRM? I don't know what ITRM is, so I have not mentioned it. It's a therapeutics company. You don't like therapeutics. That's like my weakness when it comes to trading. I don't love the chart. Super ran up. They probably released some sort of news. Looks like a lot of hype. Big gap to fill to $4.23 though. What are your thoughts on Gevo? Answered that. Is it too late to get into Tilray? Mentioned that one already. I like to know both sides of the coin. I think it just helps people learn better. You learn both sides of the coin. One sec. I'm gonna turn my AC up a little bit. One sec. Or down. Turn it down. All right. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Also, too, I do appreciate if you hit that like button. It definitely helps. Definitely helps a lot. INUV. Okay, so I love data companies. So INUV, I played it a while back. I know you might have saw the video, and then I got out, right? So this is where we played it originally at 60 cents, and then it just skyrocketed, guys. And I got out at like at 130 at this block right here. And it sucked, but I had to take profits, right? Like my rules of when we get up by like over 100%, things just get like, I have to take profits. We held that support though when we came back down. Really interesting. I love the company. I made a video on them going over what they do. I still stand by me liking them a lot. I wish I would have bought some at this level. Long term, love the play. Because I think data is so important where we're at right now as an economy, and I think it's the most valuable asset right now is data, and I think it's highly overlooked. So I like what they're doing, and they not only sell data, but they manipulate data for marketing, which is it's a huge space, kind of hard to understand. Love what they do. It's not in my long-term portfolio only because I sold because we doubled so quickly. I want to add more. I do like it. I think there's potential to break these all-time highs. You might have mentioned, I just didn't hear you read that one. Faye. I'll look at it a sec. Totally fine with holding for a while. Thanks, man. Can you tell me what you think of Alea? So some of these names I don't know, so I'm not gonna be able to give too big of an opinion if I don't know much about the stock. Like INUV, if I just saw that stock and I didn't know about it, I probably wouldn't have liked it that much. But I know about the company, and it's a very strong company, and they have a great business model, and they have a great product. So it's like, that's why I'm so strong on them, right? What companies do I recommend for, are you saying due diligence for data? I mean, dude, I just read tons. Like, you just have to devote time to reading it, you know what I mean? Yahoo Finance can give you a lot of financials. You can look at balance sheets, all of it's public information. Read upcoming news, look at the bad news that they previously had, you look at upcoming deals that they had. Like Palantir, why I was so bullish, like if we go to Palantir really quick, and you can go look at my previous videos from December to early January on Palantir, because I say the same thing over and over and over and over again. I said this is not a stock to play options on, this is a long-term buy and hold, right? Anything under $28 was a buy, and I kept saying it from early December, the month of December to early January, because we couldn't break above this $28 rate. And I was playing options on it, and we kept paying $28 and getting rejected. I was like, screw it, I'm not losing any money on options. I'm just buying and holding it. And my thesis behind that was I knew the company, I knew they were profitable, I knew what they were doing was good. First of all, they might have IPO'd recently, but they've been a solid company for many years, right? And so when they IPO'd and stuff, they started announcing their deals with these governments. So most of their deals center around governments, right? Like with the United States, and they have some contracts in the EU and UK. So it's very strong for a company when most of their deals are coming around a government, right? That's huge, right? So the whole point of Demo Day, and this was my thesis behind Demo Day, I was like, man, this thing's going to rocket ship. That's why I kept telling people, I was like, buy it and just hold it. That's the play here. Because they weren't focused on outside businesses, outside of governments. And it's a great business model for them to have. They basically said, look, governments trust us, right? And every deal they had every government that they had to deal with gradually kept getting larger and larger. So they kept getting deal after deal, and those deals never got smaller. They only increased in value. So that's worth noting. So their company was gradually increasing and growing. You know, when I'm talking about long-term stocks, you're going to hear me say the word growth stock 100% of the time in anything that I'm grabbing long term. And so they have a massive scale for growth. And the whole point of Demo Day was to showcase their products to bring in new customers that aren't governmental facilities. And that is why I think they're having such a massive room for growth. And now I think that this is going to blow up. This is a $100 stock easily in a year, maybe less than a year. Like, what they're doing is huge, and the way that they do it is like unprecedented. There's no competition for them, in my opinion. So love them. Yo, Tyler or chat. If we know the percent number of how much they have to pay in fines, can we calculate an estimate of that they're paying? No, you can't really know. You can't. It's hard to do. It's going to be really hard to do. Yeah, I was in this play. I'm going to big dip once I get out of AMC. Can you look at HAAC? I don't know what HAAC is. But yeah, so like it helps too if you want to look at a company and say like, hey, this company does this. This company does X. You know what I mean? So like if this is a health assurance, I don't this is a SPAC obviously. So tell me like maybe what they're looking to acquire, like what they're centered around. Is it EV or what, you know what I mean? So I can't tell you nothing because it's just a SPAC that's going up. I don't know what to say here, you know? It's hard to say. NVCN. What is the best time to go in on high tide? That's hard, man. I don't know. One sec. It's hard to say on high tide. I kind of gave my answer a second ago. Dollar cost averaging might be the best route there. It's up to you though, not financial advice. So guys, you keep telling me look at X, look at NVCN. Like, tell me a little bit about the company, please. I don't mind looking at it, but just tell me something about them too. I can give you my chart opinion, but like I said too, like if I don't know nothing about them, like right here, I'm not gonna touch them. Right? They're just too ran up. Actually, it looks pretty bearish if you want to get a breakdown too. But yeah, I don't love it. Hey Tyler, thanks for the content. How do you feel about MGTI? It's a crypto, awesome. Leo MC, great description, great text. This is exactly what I wanted. It's a crypto mining company with a higher revenue than Mara, but it's only at 17 cents now. It was over 160 in the early 2000s. They probably shifted business models. That's why. A lot of companies are shifting business models. Like CloudSpark's a company that I really like. They have diversified business models. But yeah, so that's probably why they were worth so much more back then. They probably just shifted gears. I would have to do some research on them 100%. The chart looks good, but the thing about these crypto mining companies and companies that are centered around crypto, they're just going to follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, they're going to go up, right? And I kind of have a 50K Bitcoin price target for the end of the week. But that's solely dependent on the Nasdaq, SPY, and like most indexes staying sideways to bullish going into the weekend. Because we could get some downside for sure on Bitcoin if indexes start looking bad. So really you're just monitoring Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin does good, this stock should do good. It's lagging behind Bitcoin a little bit, it looks like. So that is interesting. GTE, a guy in the group's been trading it all day. He's been talking about it. Our guy Rogaine. What else? Did I check high tide today? Yeah. It's just been going up. High tide's one of those stocks. I keep saying it too. That's one when I expected it to double quick. Because I saw their business model and what they were doing and just how successful they were in Canada. And then when I looked at their revenue, that only 20% of their revenue comes from America, I was like, dude, man, this is insane. They have so much potential. And then the market that they target is like so niche specific. I love their company. So like that was the one that like I'm just holding. Like that's a $4 to $5 company. That's like where Sundial is now is where I expect high tide to go. Maybe even further. So yeah. Can you check ASRT? It's supposed to hit 350. Who made thousands on mine with me holding till $1? I did not, because I don't know what that is. Bro, what do you think about BTTH? Well, let's look at a few of these. Okay, APXT, good one. Love them. I love where they're at. Very cheap. So I've been eyeballing them a lot. And I was debating buying at this level to add to my long-term portfolio. But if you look at what they're doing, it's kind of what I talk about with these long-term plays that I'm picking up right now, like with MP. Like, so I'm gonna come back to this, so bear with me. So I made a video on MP like literally 2 days ago, and this is what I drew. I haven't touched it. This is exactly what's on the video, so you can go watch the video. And this is where we're at right here. I said we get a little bit of a dip down and then a push up, and we immediately push to that next level of resistance. And I believe MP is going to get a clear push of this local high and do some price discovery, which I mentioned. I'm very bullish on them. I did miss up and say something in the video that they focus on lithium as well. Their focus is not lithium. It's on the rare parts of the battery needed. So if you go to MP's website, it shows you. It's very descriptive, actually. So I shouldn't have said that. That was a misspeaking from me. So they actually have a really cool part. So you can come down here to see the elements that they do, and it actually says exactly what part of the battery or what part that they actually use it for. So really cool company. So there's that. So going back to APXT, so very similar chart. You see we're getting this consolidation for basically almost, I want to say for like, it's almost 2 months, like December 17th almost through February 12th, almost, give or take, 11th to whatever tomorrow is. So one sec, got someone at my door. One sec. All right, sorry, one sec. One sec, guys. Lease life. I normally stream around, man, two hours, about till. I typically come around 8:30. I'm trying until 10:30. But I had a class, like Wednesdays I have a class, a pretty late one, so I just come on a little later. I say pretty late. Man, that tea feels great. So, okay, so I'm going to go to AMC in a sec. Give me one sec, I'll go to AMC. I just want to look at APXC really quick because I really like it. I need to make a video on them because I like it so much. Okay, so APXT is definitely consolidating on a much larger time scale, like a larger frame also. So let's go to use, just so you can see what I'm looking like. We're literally consolidating in this price range. I mean, that's a huge price range, right? It's like a 25% price range that we're just going up and down, up and down. It's worth looking at. But I think this is where I'm going to be buying longer term positions. And I say longer term, probably some call options for like a month out, maybe a month and a half. This right here, this 14.4 to 14.20. So I won't be able to give you the signal, but I'm most likely going to be buying this in the group for longer term swings, call option for APXT. We got pushed below the monthly open, the past 2 monthly open. That's a big resistance, by the way, now. But I think that's where we'll hold. It looks pretty solid. I like the company as well. So let's go to AMC really quick. Randy Pringle, love the name, by the way. My little group of researchers have been talking about AYRO, CLWD. I've heard of them, and I personally like HYSR. So, little group of researchers, dude, honestly, that's some of like the best content that comes. That's some of the best trades that I find are with me and my friends, just spending time. Like when I'm not on here or not making content, typically I'm talking with other people, talking about stocks that they like, and we're just throwing ideas off of each other. That's how I found Momo. Like, it's just spitballing ideas, looking at financials after that, and I just fell in love with it, right? MP, same thing. NMGRF, same thing. It's just like countless hours. So those are the best way to find stocks. So that's honestly awesome, Randy. Join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Shoot your ideas to me. And I always give credit if someone gives me something. So don't think I'm just trying to steal credit or anything like that. It's wild. Okay, so AMC, is it a short squeeze or not? I don't think so. But on the short-term time scale, I don't think so. So let me just reiterate my viewpoint on AMC, right? So if you weren't here this morning, I'm going to start streaming between 8:30 to 10 a.m. Central. I do live trading with the group, but I actually post my trades in the group. So like I get my overall entries, exits, everything for the options trading. I help them with any questions they have, anything like that. But I'm trying to get free content as well as much as possible, so like you can make money either way. But there's a few things I want to look at on AMC. Okay, so one, I'm gonna basically follow up from where I left off this morning. That's how I want to do this. So this morning we were at this level when that short interest data was released. It came out at 15.7%. I 100% think this is manipulated, so that's worth noting. But like I said, manipulated or not, the data is what it is. That's what was released to us. I think we're going to be bearish in the short-term time scale, right? So we got to push up. Everyone's like, F you, Tyler, you're wrong, yada, yada, yada. And then it's funny. I also mentioned this right here. I think the OBV tests this block and then gets rejected pretty violently. What I said from this morning stream. We hit the block, got rejected, price got rejected even harder. And then on the after hours, we're pushed below this daily open, so we're at 56.64. We're at $5.64, I believe. I could be wrong, but we're pushed below the daily open. We're pushed below the VWAP. OBV was rejected. Across the board, things don't look good. Short-term targets here are $4.70 to $4.80 range. I think we'll get a bounce from those levels, but that's where I'm looking at right now. I think the gap gets completely closed, but I'm looking for this little spot, like this green line right here. That's my overall thoughts. What stocks am I going to buy tomorrow? I don't really like predetermined stocks I'm going to enter in unless I see something I really like. I think oil has a lot of room to run up, so Exxon's a great play for tomorrow. Before close, we got some IWM puts, Russell 2000 puts. Yeah, Russell 2000. Just as a hedge, just in case, and those are performing pretty decent on the after hours. So either way, we're looking pretty good. Exxon's looking very good because of the outlook that they give as a company, so that's why I'm heavily playing Exxon as well. Also, guys, 123 people in the chat. I appreciate it. Love the support, everything like that. It helps out if you hit the like button, so I appreciate it. But yeah, let's do some more stock picks. Keep throwing them at me. G-Tech. So, okay, so just word of advice. So someone just commented, G-Tech up 33% today. No, what are you talking about? Did I type something wrong? I had to type something wrong. I'm just pulling up Yahoo Finance so I can see some after hour stuff too. Oh, yeah. Getting tired. I think you're wrong. I have to be looking at the wrong thing. I don't think it's right. Is that Afria? I think it's Afria, right? Yep. All weed stocks are going ballistic. It's probably up on the after hours too. Yeah, it's up pretty heavy. Can't really tell you anything. Just all weed stocks are doing good. Just be careful because they're probably going to retrace soon. I think AMC is dead in the water. Maybe things will change if Netflix or Amazon buys them. So if you're looking at AMC to get acquired, my opinion looking at that, it's going to be a while before any of that type of news comes out. Reason being is because let's say I'm an investor and I'm looking at, let's pretend I am Jeff Bezos, right? You know, Jeff Bezos grew hair, like 20 years younger, and he was on YouTube. So he's looking at the company of AMC. If he's looking at them now, he's like, wow, I don't want to touch this company. I know they're going to drop in value relatively in the next few months. I'm going to wait as long as possible till their valuation drops to really what it's worth, around $4 to $3. Now, people can disagree, but the market is kind of speaking that everything is changing in the economy. That's what it is. It is what it is. They're going to wait for that market to really get fair value or maybe even lower than fair value so they can make that offer as lucrative as possible. Once that offer is made, I guarantee that stock value booms. So that's going to be interesting. But I think it's going to be a while. It could be post-summer, to be honest. Do you think on mine? It looks like it could be rocket up. Has huge future potential. What is mine? I don't know what mine is. BPTH. What is BPTH? Let's look. Yeah, I thought I looked at it. Biopath Holdings taking a big drop. I don't like it. I'm not touching that. Ultra Edits, I don't think it's dead. About 10K shares today. It's interesting. I mean, I told you my play. I told you my play on it. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this stock to drop below $4, maybe even $4.50, and then ladder entries for a long-term acquisition play. That's my opinion. That's what I'm doing. And anything I throw into it, I can afford to lose it. I don't think it drops below $3 really ever. Maybe I don't know, but I don't think it drops below $3. I think it'll be safe in that range, and I'm fine holding it. If it loses value from $4.50 to below $3, I'm okay with taking the loss there. That's just my thoughts. Calv. Welcome, guys. My man. I think of like Denzel in Training Day. Calv doesn't look bad. Solid on the right there. Took me after hours. Up a little bit. That's a big support right here. If it can get above VWAP, potentially makes a push tomorrow. Be careful though. Indexes don't look great. It's worth mentioning. Just want to look at Exxon really quick. Exxon's down a little bit. OCGN. I haven't seen anything about the direct offering, but Tyler, Amazon was supposedly looking at AMC since May. Could it be more sooner than later? But I like your analysis. I don't think it'll be sooner than later, and I don't think AMC. I like Netflix buying them more than AMC. I mean, than Amazon. Personally, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm being biased. I can see the risk for Netflix going brick and mortars. It's a hard game to do. Amazon has experience in the brick and mortar game with Whole Foods and making that transition, so maybe they know how to do it better. Awesome, Fred. I'm glad you like the content. I think it's a price target for Sundial with $3 with planning to take profits and move to 2K into CCIV tomorrow. Should I hold Sundial for $5 or should I mean, dude, look. So if you're looking at Sundial, we've seen 3x. You're 3x in your position in a day or two, right? So, I mean, personally, if I'm in it, I'm taking it. I'm taking profits at 350. That's just me, Personally, that's what I'm doing. If I want to stay in the game with this sector, maybe I put 40% of what I made all together into high tide, take the rest and stick it into another stock I like, or throw some profits your own way. You know what I mean? This is what I'm looking at. ZOM. I'm not trading ZOM because I didn't make the video when I should have made the video. It looks good. It hit our support range, guys, and it looks good. It does look good, but I was going to make a video on this like last week. I just didn't make it. I got carried away with something else, and that's what happens. Besides cry, what would you do with 100 shares of AMC at $13.50? It's totally up to you. It just depends what your portfolio is looking like. You know what I mean? If that's your only portfolio, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know anything about Global Star. I need to look more into these 5G satellite plays because that's a big market that I'm not touching on right now. And I'm not talking about 5G plays like Nokia, but I'm talking about the actual satellite manufacturers. Those are big plays. I think Cinemark's going to do well. I think they're adapting. So if you've been to Cinemark recently, at least here in Texas, this is like their business model that I've seen. They're transitioning from lower tier to, very, very high quality, right? I know they're making it where you can rent out a whole theater now too for your party setting. It's pretty affordable too. Like I know one of our friends, he's a nurse, so he's been making really good money, so he just does nothing. Like he just has money like everywhere. So and he's single and he lives with some family, so he literally just pockets all his money. So for a showing of a movie, he just bought the whole theater out for us. It was pretty cool, but so that's kind of cool. Let's look at AMC and GameStop really quick. I know we have new people coming in. I'm sorry, I keep going back. AMC is in my title. It's how I bring more people into the channel, stuff like that. So bear with me. I'm sorry. Yes. A lot of people are relying on Wall Street Bets and Reddit for their shares. Thoughts on that? Personally, I think you need to do your own due diligence. 100% agree. Even with the stocks that I throw out here, I'm always telling you guys to do your own due diligence. But I mainly want you to do due diligence. Not even just because it protects me. or because it's maybe the right thing for you to do. But I think it'll teach you for things to look for too in stocks. So like with High Tide, I really want people to look at that stock and say, like, some people question me. They're like, well, why, Tyler? Like, they don't even wholesale the cannabis. I'm like, that's exactly why I like them, because their business model, they found a way to be so profitable in that industry without having to touch that. And they have deals directly with Tilray or not Tilray, with Afria and is it cannabis? It's CGC. They have another one, two of the big ones. So it's just like, it's crazy, and like, so that's what I want you guys to do your due diligence, so you can really learn, because like once you start learning, then it starts clicking like ways to start looking for in companies, right? That's like the important part of it. And then like it starts to become a two-way street where you guys start like, hey Tyler, look at this stock. Like someone posted, they sent me a video, an email, right? On y'all. I wish I could pull it up. I don't want to pull my email up on here though. So he pulled it up. Anyways, he sent me a pretty cool email with an article on Yalla. I've been looking at them, but it's between Yalla and Momo for me, and I like Momo more than Yalla. So I'm probably gonna send him an email back and send him why I like Momo, just because he spent and took the time to send me that email with a descriptive email of why he liked the stock. Like, I respect that so much more. And like, I've only gotten one email, and like, but I'm gonna like reward that dude for providing that content, even though he doesn't pay for any content or anything like that. Like, that's what I really want this channel to be about, is like really like, educational content and like high quality content for stocks. So, one sec. So let's go over AMC and GameStop really quick, man. I'm tired. That class, it's hard to stream after I do that class. I'm like mentally exhausted. I'm just drawing spreadsheets and risk management charts. It's terrible. So look at GameStop in the after. I think it's like 49. I could have swore. Yeah, 49. 49.90. AMC's at 50. It's at 560. 568. Okay. So both getting a push down, obviously, right? I'm curious to see how we open up. But one thing about AMC that I like is, this is what I touched on in the video as well, is that this historical, the volume, it picked up today. We got some volume. That's good. I mean, we could have predicted that we were going to get a pickup of volume the day after we got that news. I mean, it wasn't major. It was just an uptick from, that move right there. So that's worth noting. I'll talk about Naked here in a sec. So, man, it's just a shame because we can't really look at it, really like with all the information, like we can't say this is the short data, this is this. Like, stuff is being withheld from us, So it's really tough to look at it. And looking at the technicals, looking at what information is given to us, it looks bad. You know what I mean? But like I posted in my video that I just made on AMC, I try to give the positive outlooks on it, is that the data is wrong. There's like a high possibility most of the data they gave us is wrong in the short interest and stuff like that. But one sec. So, like, that's the touchy part on this that's hard to even talk about, is because there's so much we don't know. But looking at what's given, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to I don't want to. If I'm trading, I'm gonna trade on what's given to me. You know what I mean? And what I see in the immediate future, and what I see in the immediate future is downside for AMC. So it's hard to go against that. And so what the video today was just speculative and non information that I'm trading on, right? That's why I still said I'm not buying it. I still think it looks bearish, but this is the possible bullish case for it. So that's that. I don't love AMC and I don't love GameStop. They look bad to me. I think there's better trades in the market. There's a reason why we were still profitable today in the group. We still made money. Even that dip we got today in the middle of the day, dude, that was the best part of the day for me. I've been waiting for that dip for 3 days. Thanks for the dollar tip, baby. Much love. Appreciate the love. One sec. Someone asked, dude, okay, Jeremy Sherwinski's. I don't know how to pronounce your name, bud. I'm sorry. Oh my god. My friend's sending me terrible videos. So, dude, I have at least 10 different stocks you should look into. Okay, so if you have stocks you want me to look into, literally, if you go to any of my actual videos, click on them and my email's underneath. you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to spend some time giving me why you want me to look at the stocks. Don't just say this is the stock I want you to look at. If you break down the stock and tell me why you like it, X, X, and X, I will spend the time and look into them. I promise. Okay? And the ones I like, I will make a video on, and then I'll even get back to you with a response email. 100% promise I'll get back to you with the response email. But you have to take the time and send me a quality email, right? Don't come at me like you're, in high school, please. You have any videos on understanding charts and help with that? I'm fairly new in reading books on day trading. So yeah, I was thinking about making like educational content, but I think that's honestly one of my weaknesses. Is even like in the group, I don't like I break down my viewpoint, but it's kind of hard to relay my thoughts to other people. I get frustrated with teaching and stuff, so I just don't think that's my strong point. I try to do it as much as I can here for free. Is also, I think this is like the best way to do it for free. This is 100% free, so I try to give that to you guys as much as I can. But I don't have any like education. I probably should make some. I probably get a lot of views, and I wouldn't have to, I could rely on those to make me some decent money. Do you think it's too late to invest in Sundial? I don't think it's a good time right now. Personally, it's not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. The whole market is a bubble right now. I already have 100+ gains. All of these. We'll send the video. If you send the email, I'll look over them, man. I lowered my average UWT to double my position. Still down at 1,080. Gold on fire. I exited my UWMC position on that last push on earnings. So yeah, but I added a lot. When we got sub 10, I added a lot of positions there. I added a lot. I honestly believe Sundial is a good hold. That said, it's overvalued because of the hype. I agree. Randy Pringle, I agree. Do you think Sundial will drop like naked? Probably. But I don't think it's going to drop below $1. Monday's going to be a big day for it. Someone asked me to look at naked. So looking at naked on the after hours, I think they're like $1.80. I think. Yeah. $1.70. They were up more. It came down a little bit. So looking at naked, they look pretty good. What I'm looking for is a test of this level right here, $1.89, 88. I don't think we push above it. A lot of hype going on with it right now. Valentine's Day, I see volume kicking in till then. I don't like it after Valentine's Day though. I don't. Personal opinion. I think volume's kicking. Let's look at the volume on it though. How was the volume today? Yeah, look at that volume. It 4x'd quick. I mean, these are huge amounts of volume. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting. What should I put money into tomorrow? I know you aren't an advisor, but I'm struggling picking something. I'm not in love with stuff going on tomorrow. Like, I'm not really in love with a lot of plays, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not like in love with anything right now. I kind of look at the market as it's going. I like to see what's moving, what sectors are moving. What is it? Tech? Is it industrial? Is it clean energy? Is it renewable energy? Like, whatever it is. And then I kind of play based on that and how the indexes are moving. Have you heard of Ping? I think I've heard of them. Seeing back-to-back commercials last night with some decent actors. Jumped on it this morning at open. It did decent, but wondering if it has more room to go long. What is Ping? What is it? It's really ran up. Oh, what is this? Probably run to 36 up here. But up this is going to be a big resistance. So I wouldn't touch that. BNGO, love them. I made a video on them, so I like what they're doing. Huge consolidation. I think it looks interesting. This range right here, it was a really safe time to enter, in my opinion. Low risk compared to the reward. Having some upside, God bless. Weed stocks down in 2 more days, maybe. It's not gonna call anything out that I don't know for sure though. Beast grow is good, but now dropping. I feel like Sundial is gonna do the same thing. Maybe, I don't know. 121 people, only 40 likes. Let's get those click those thumbs, people. Click the thumbs. Oh man. $3D. Man, my friend had me looking at them, Desktop Metal, a few companies, and I didn't. So it's hard to touch on them because I didn't get into them, So I don't think now's the time. I think they really ran up right now. Did you already talk about Tilray? I haven't talked about Tilray or even looked at the chart. I'm not a fan of the company, but they're super ran up. I remember when this was an $8 stock down here, man. Yeah, back in, is that December, November? Yep, $8. It's crazy. DSS. I don't know what this is. It's seen a massive. I mean, look at that. Wow. Oof. Looks like it wants to keep going up. I don't love it though. Please, guys, we just launched a new channel where I'll be predicting the market. Dude, Rennie, you're a douche. Come on. Don't come into the channel hyping your stuff up. Come on, man. Come on. And you didn't provide content. If you would have provided content, maybe I'd have been cool with it. Gevo seems like a great long-term play. At long-term, it looks fine. Just if you're buying, it's super high, so it's just like if you're buying at this level, be prepared to hold. You know, you can take a class on how to recharge. Or I learned on my own. I've been doing this for like five years, going on 6 now. But it's a mixture of both. It's charts plus fundamentals. That's how I trade it, at least. I don't spend time on RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, EMAs, SMAs. I've been down that route. I think it's a dark path. You can get easily distracted, waste a lot of time, but I think price action is the way to go. And now my YouTube videos, I have some books down below, kind of like they're long. They're some big books, but they break down price action pretty decent, so it's worth mentioning. I don't think Sundial is over yet. The market in general is going to do great this year. It could be. It could be. Just whatever you have, just don't mind losing it. You know what I mean? OTC, I've held for years. Is Turing Sciences, ticker TEAG. They signed a long window with CB ointments. Can you check out GoPro? One sec. I'll look at GoPro in a sec. I learned recharge. Dude, trial error, losing lots of money, learning to do it. It's lots. Losing money is a great teacher because you don't like it. Good luck, honey. I already think Sundial is overrated. Michael, did you call me honey? I don't like that. Do you think Twitter's a good buy? Saw Facebook at 270. I don't like the big caps, Twitter and Facebook, to be honest right now. Not a fan. FANG could hurt. FANG stocks could hurt if the Nasdaq performs like it did today, and SPX. What do you think about ticker best? What is best? It's like best. I don't know what this is. What is this? It's super bull. I don't like buying stuff that's run up this high. It's not consolidating. I don't love it. I don't love it. CCIV looks pretty good though. On the after hours, how's it doing? Kind of down. Not great. I use E-Trade. I like E-Trade. It's good. I just have a level 2 account too, so it's kind of that's why I haven't moved. Oh man, my abs are killing me. Ugh. All right, let's do a really quick rundown on AMC. Really quick. We'll go back to GME as well. We got to keep doing these. I know some people don't enjoy them. It is what it is. It's what people come to the channel, though. It's what gets us subscribers. I love AMC down in this range, $4.80 to 70 cents. This is where I'm looking. I'll actually mark it out so we have it kept. So you guys can just see that every time we come back. This is the buy zone for AMC short term. It's a little bit risky. I said in the video as well. Buying it in this zone is risky, 110%. There's a possibility if we start getting bearish, you know, we're already pushed down below. Probably get a level here and then push, start, you know, it's a straight drop down this level. There's a possibility we keep going down. I think we'll get a push back up though. I think we'll come retest this like 530 range. We've been retesting these previous highs and lows every single time. High possibility once we start breaking down, we come back up and retest. It's like 530 range. So it could be worth, you know, like a quick little call option. It's very risky though, you know, very, very risky. But for long-term pickups, I'm waiting till we start dropping below 450 all the way down to about $3 flat. Now I'm just laddering entries. Long-term play and acquisition play. when you say option, is that different from a position? Options tradings are different. So you got to look at what call options and put options are. I can't explain that over the live. It's very hard to explain. Thoughts on E-Trade versus Ameritrade? From looking at people's accounts on TD, I would rather use TD, but I don't want to go through the process of throwing all my money over there, transferring, getting it scaled up to level 2 so I can do unlimited day trades. It's just a process. I'm just being lazy. Is BB over? I don't like BlackBerry. I don't like it. Can I check high tide? I charted high tide in my video today, guys. Come on, don't be lazies. We look good. I think it wants to keep going. I think this is a great looking stock. It's a buy and you hold it. You know, this isn't a short term trade for me. Or I might be considering getting out. So let's go to GameStop really quick. GME. We're pushed down below 49 right now, just so you guys know. So coming into this, I don't have a longer term position here, but it's worth noting that their short interest is still at 78%. It's probably going to continue to rise month over month, so it's worth noting. If we keep dropping down, this could potentially be another short squeeze, to be honest. Like, that short still stays there. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking of more happening in, but very possible. Bryce McLeod, options are 100% very risky if you have no idea about risk management, no idea about how to trade stocks, no idea on fundamentals. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. And that's why I agree. They're 100% risky, but you can ask anyone that's in our group that trades with us, like, just ask their opinion and like how they trade with us through the Discord. I 100% just recommend saying, hey, what's your opinion? How have you done with them? So, but yeah, I agree. 100% risky. And I don't teach how to trade options. I don't do it. I don't have an education course or anything like that. Only thing that is charged for is if you're going to follow my specific trades and get everything that I'm doing all day long. That's what's gonna cost, and my long-term plays and stuff like that. So, which I think that's fair, 100%. Sorry, one sec. Okay, sorry. Any other questions, guys? You talk about since super ran up, wouldn't touch it, guys. If stocks are very ran up, I'm not touching them. Just a heads up. If we're up 20% on the day, not touching. You know what I mean? It's probably there. I don't see the upside from that level. I like Hyliion at these levels actually. This is very, very cheap for Hyliion. I really like it. I really like Hyliion. Low risk in my opinion. If we start dropping below like 15 to going down to 14, I'd probably just hop out, take that loss. Like a 10% stock loss on this wouldn't hurt that bad. But there's a lot of potential upside going to 17 pretty quick, maybe testing that within like a week or two. And maybe even higher to like 18, 19, or pushing back to 20. How do I send an email through Discord? I don't know how you send an email through Discord. Just email me. You have to use your personal email to email, or make it your own, a new email. So, I mean, a lot of people trade options for like pennies. I don't know. I think I do. I think I do well on options, but that's just me. So, it's not for everyone. I tell people all the time, like, it's not for everyone. Like, it's not easy. You're not gonna get rich quick. That's your mentality. You're gonna lose money. I can go over AMC really quick. I know that's like a big reason why people come in here is for AMC. I understand. AMC. One sec. Oh man. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the chats. Basically thoughts on AMC. Looks terrible. We got a push up, quickly rejected. Volume did kick up today. That's a positive. But short term, I think we come down to $4.70 to $4.80. I think we get a little dip, a little bounce from that level for some potential upside. But I see it coming down short term. NAC. Let's take a NAC. I see a lot of talk on NAC. A lot of talk on NAC. NAK. Let's look at it. 94 cents. It's had a nice run up, but you don't gotta be stock can run up. If their TA is right, you can buy big runs. So like, for instance, High Tide, I bought it on a big run up. You know what I mean? NMGRF, I bought it when it was run up because I like the fundamentals behind it. So I have to spend a lot of time. So if you like the fundamentals, like this guy said, if Alaska can change their opinion on the Pebble Creek Mining Company or whatever, they could blow up making millions, right? So I don't know enough about that, so it's hard to say. Any other stocks, guys? I might start going through a few things for myself, to be honest. Oh, wow, we might hit 6K subs tonight. Wow. I didn't even realize. The viewership's kind of died down on the channel. Like I figured it would, like, because the AMC stuff, like, it's dying down. Like, there's only so much you can really talk about with AMC, you know? But it's good because, like, now the other videos I'm posting, like today, right? So we posted some good videos. I went over Sundial, OGI. A lot of people are talking about OGI and then High Tide. I don't think enough people are talking about High Tide. I don't even think it's got that hype push yet. Like, it's worth mentioning. Like, I think it's becoming more of a brand name. Like, and the more you guys mention it to other streamers and they start talking about, like Trey, like, mentioning it, like, I encourage you guys, mention High Tide to Trey. See what he says about it, right? Get him to start talking about it. Like, I would love for him to call it out. I'm going to get mad at him for taking the stock or anything like that. Like, you know, if he starts talking about it, he starts getting some traction and volume. Dude, we all make money, right? If people start buying into it, so that's good. Cap's pretty low as well, so like we want people to be buying it. But today basically made that one on those three companies. BNGO, that was a great one as well. Just kind of notifying people of some of these great buying opportunities right now. Yesterday had another Sundial video. It was actually titled Sundial Stock Next Stop $3. So we hit $3 today. Did not think we hit $3 in a day. MP. I'm just excited we're getting more viewers so I can start making and focusing on some, you know, some more lucrative options for the channel. I'm pretty excited about that. AFA merger. Who is AFA merging with? CGC. Who are they merging with? Is AMC a buy-in now or what? I like it straight to the point. I like your style. No, I don't think so. I think we have downside to $4.70 to $4.80, give or take. This is my opinion. GSAT is a legit huge buy right now. What is GSAT? I've heard a lot about it. Global Star? Okay, what is this? Oh, it's so high, guys. Come on. Why do you guys do this? You know I hate trading stuff this high. Is an American satellite communications company that operates on low Earth orbit satellite constellation for satellite. Interesting. Let's go to the company really quick. Where's their website? Let's read something on it. Okay. Global Star is skyrocketing the market this morning, following up a dramatic gain seen out of the stock yesterday. The gains all started when it announced that Qualcomm, okay, wow, has included the company's band in its N53 in its new 5G X5 modem. Okay, interesting. Short, everyone's talking about short squeezes. I don't love seeing that. Okay, fine, it's a penny stock. I don't care about it being that. Global Star is a very small company with a business model that has not yet reached profitability. So when something's not profitable, it's okay. because like I mentioned in a lot of my videos, you want to start buying these stocks before they become profitable, because once they start to become profitable, typically it's all uphill from that level. You know what I mean? That's a really big thing, and hasn't been proven. As a result, an investment in the stock is a speculative play, which adds risk. Everything we do is speculative, pretty much. That's scary. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I would love more information on them, though. In the chat, if you can just tell me some stuff about them, and then I'd be in your debt. What's the Discord? The Discord should be... Oh, what's Discord? It's like a... If you know what Slack is, it's basically like Slack for millennials, I guess. Okay, might have a government contract. We love government contracts. You heard me mention that earlier. Any other stuff? What's high tide ticker? HITI or HITIF? Either one. Any other stocks you guys want me to look at? Come on, that was a good one. Global Star was a good one. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Okay, so this is a good question. How do I feel about airlines like UAL? My armpit sweaty? Yeah, it is kind of. This is a really good question because I have an interesting outlook on this. So I have the same outlook on airlines as I do on movie theaters and other stocks. I don't think airlines are going to be the same. It's my opinion. I think so let's talk about business wise with airlines. So let's say I'm in charge of, trying to think. Let's say I work for Exxon, right? And I'm in sales on Exxon, and I fly around the nation all the time, locking in deals, right, and negotiating. It's already been proven and already showing that the sales aren't being as affected as much by Zoom meetings and these Skype meetings and stuff like that, and Microsoft Teams and these type of meetings, these virtual meetings, as much as they thought. They're still getting work done. It's still professional as well. So there's companies are able to save money as well by not doing this travel, giving per diem and stuff like that. So the companies and businesses are changing. So I know people are like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Companies are going to do face-to-face, old-fashioned, yada, yada, yada. Okay, boomer. But I think that's changing. So I don't love airlines, really, to be honest, at all. What's your opinion on Workhorse? I'm not a huge fan. They might get a deal with USPS, so that could be huge. OEG, thought we talked about them. Someone mentioned them yesterday, I think. What are they? Orbital Energy. Wow, this one looks good, man. It looks really good. It's consolidated. It looks strong. I bet the after hours are good. Man, yeah, I like OEG. I'm probably not gonna buy it, but I love it. I think it looks really good. Very, very strong. Consolidating, sitting above the monthly open. Oh man, I'll probably make a video on these guys, actually. That's how much I like them. Oh, wow. I think it's getting ready for an all-time high push. It looks strong. Getting pushed below the weekly, only thing that's not good. Not bueno. No bueno. But I'm boomer. But I think it looks strong. Like, this chart looks good. This is something we like. Can you check sundial? Okay, we can look at sundial. It's really run up. It's really run up, guys. Come on, it's really run up. Check out MDRX. What is it? I can't stand these guys. I don't know. Healthcare Solutions. What is it? I'm not a huge healthcare guy. or therapeutics or anything like that. Is a publicly traded American company that provides physician practices, hospitals, and other health. I'm not a huge fan. Just doesn't fit in my niche. You keep ignoring I'm not ignoring anyone. I swear I'm not ignoring CCIV. I'm just like, there's a lot of messages I'm trying to read and trying to help everyone out. I'm not ignoring anyone, I swear. People always get mad and think I'm ignoring them. I swear I'm not. What's your opinion on AGCT? Let's go over. Okay, he's getting upset about CCIV. I don't like you guys being upset. I'm trying to help you guys out. CCIV. Okay, so general rule. I always expect us to get rejected the first time from the weekly, monthly levels. It doesn't look that bad. A little bit of downside on the after hours. As long as you hold above the VWAP, which I think we are on the after hours, it does look decent. You want to see us get a push above this weekly. If we get above and hold 34.20, high possibility we continue up. I still like them though. This isn't Webull, this is TradingView, and it's an indicator that I have personally. So I'm thinking about doing a. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It'd probably be really, really cheap too. So, but it's annoying. It's annoying setting it up. Like giving it to each person is really, really tedious, and it costs money for me to have the account. I don't like paying for it to share. So I'm thinking about doing like I don't know if I do weekly or daily. If I do daily, it would cost more. That would be like a hassle every night to make a watch list and email it out. So I'm thinking about how exactly I want to do it. I might do a weekly and then also include the TradingView script, which has the weekly, dailies, and monthlies. You can go do it personally. It's a terrible, tedious thing to do though. So kudos to you if you can do it. But yeah, so I don't know. I might do it. I don't know. I didn't get upset. I asked a question. I'm out, man. Good night. All right, man. I was just joking. Guys, don't be sensitive, guys. Come on. I'm just playing around. I don't get mad when y'all mess with me. How about Nvidia? We finally broke out the ceiling today. Time to rock it. Okay, so these big caps like Nvidia, Facebook. I trade Apple sometimes. So I can't say that one. But some of those big caps. The other guy in the group, he trades those primarily. Like he does large scale trades for very, very short amount of time, in and out really quick. That's his thing. I tend to stay away from Nvidia. Ethereum Classic. Oh, come on, man. I'm not trading cryptos. You should really check out FRX. They announced that they are merging with Beachbody in March. Expected to skyrocket. I think it's like a workout company. I don't like workout companies. Ironically enough, that I work out. The only workout company I would ever buy if they went public is CrossFit, because I think they have massive room for growth and it's such a big growing brand. Besides them, I wouldn't do anything. But yeah. High Tide, I love them. I made a video on them today. They're my top pick in that sector. It's CCIV, the move. I'm sorry, I'm late. Sorry, yeah, no, you're good. I have it on. I was just talking about it with the guy. If he holds above 34.20, it looks really good for new highs. Probably pushing that $40 range, to be honest. UAMI or SOS. I don't know either one of those. UAMI. See if you request there. I'll look at it real quick. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. What is UAMI? I swear, like this actually does help me because it makes me like look at all these stocks that I would never know about. What are they? It doesn't say what they are. This is awesome. Can someone tell me what they are? But I don't know what this company is. I don't know what this is. I can't even find anything about it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. You can let me know what it is, but it super ran up. I don't want to touch it. I'm not talking bad about them. I just have like a bad. I feel like most like workout like at home stuff, like they may make money. It's just like since I'm personally like really into working out and stuff and fitness and like like so like someone asks me like a diet to do, they're like, hey, I want to lose weight. I'll tell them what I think is the best diet to lose weight efficiently. And I'm kind of like, they're like, oh, well, I want to do this diet. I'm like, well, I'll probably tell you the benefits and like the negatives. And I was like, I just think this diet is the best, it's my opinion. Like, if I'm gonna lose weight, this is the diet I'm gonna do, right? Or if I'm gonna work out a certain way, I think this is the most effective way to work out. You can go I think working out like a bodybuilder is dumb. Like, first of all, like you always go to, if you go to the gym and look at guys that work out like a bodybuilder, they all look the same. They typically don't have abs because of the way they work out. They never do cardio. They probably have small legs. I have small calves, but I do legs like literally every single day. Just at halfway just genetics with calves, so that's like micro troll. So it's just like it's I just have a personal bias because I am so into working out too. Same goes to me too close to home. How many stocks do you recommend for a portfolio with only 8K? Selena, sorry, I know you're asking questions about it. It just depends. I mean, you can diversify, but it's just like you got to know when to take profits. You got to know when to start, getting out of position and moving it to others. You know what I mean? Like, with a smaller account, you need to be more anal about finding targets and exits. To keep moving your money to grow it efficiently. If you're like if you want to do it seriously. I mean, now you can buy and hold and forget about it and keep adding progressively. That's a way to do it as well. But I think spreading yourself thin is rough. It's possible that, just you guys spend time on stocks that you really like. I would probably narrow it down to like, I would go 10% to each thing. That's not financial advice. Do your own due diligence, like whatever you think is best. But like if I was with 8,000, I would probably put 800 in each stock that I like and just do 10 stocks I really like at most. You know what I mean? And before I got to those 10, let's say I only like 5 at first, maybe put all my money into those 5, and I have to find another one. I skim some profits off one of them, and then dump the next 10% into that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would play it. See anything on Discord about merger. Also, I'll try to read it. I'll probably read it after this. UAME, mining, smelting, transportation of gold, silver, and so on. Mining, milling, transport. I'll have to look into UAME. I'll look into them. I promise I'll try to. But I'm not too big on gold and silver, though. Personally. And I know some people are like, oh, that's the real currency, yada, yada. Like, if I'm looking at, like, a materials play like that, I know UAME is really cheap. I know it's really cheap, okay? But, like, I like MP a lot. I like them. Like, my two metal plays are MP and NMGRF. And I know that's just my plays right now. Just because I think the value is there. NMGRF, dude, they're killing it. They're killing it. What app can I use to buy? I use E-Trade. You gotta get approved for OTC penny stocks. So you gotta get approved there. Is Fubo a buy right now with the dip today? I haven't looked into it yet, but I heard $100 price target is possible. Big money's buying into Fubo. I think DraftKings, Fubo, and Pin are a little bit overpriced, especially with football over with now. I think it's kind of like a down time in the year where it's baseball and like basketball midseason and hockey and stuff. So I think gambling's gonna be down on sports. How many? Curious if you have any thoughts on Roku. Earnings report comes out. So Bosley, you seem like you're really like interested in big caps, which awesome. You probably trade options. I feel like you probably trade options. I think in the channel, I hate his name. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the person I work with. I hate his name that he has on his Discord. But his name is literally Guru. I hate the name. I hate it so much. But get in Discord, ask him. That's what I would do because he trades those every single day and he makes good money doing it. Neo and Zoom are going up for sure. I love Neo. Made the video 2 days ago when they were at 58, went to 64. I think all-time high is being pushed. I'm looking for like $75, $80 before summer. Love those. Did he say MP? MP, yes. MP Materials. MP. TD's really nice. TD's really nice. I do rock. So SOS is a Chinese cryptocurrency. I'm not crazy about crypto stocks. I mean, I do trade Mara quite a bit, but they're usually option plays that I see happening over the weekend with like Bitcoin doing well. So I might trade Mara come Friday, but it's like the only one I'm playing it. I don't like long term play into them. Long term only like play that I like that has something to do with crypto is Clean Spark, I think. Yeah, Clean Spark. I like this company. I liked them a lot when they were down here at 25. I know they're a little bit scaled up now, but it's at a big support too now. I like this company a lot. The good stuff they're doing. I'm stressing about AMC and stuff. Lost a lot of money. Do you think it's Sundial will still rise? I want to invest. Okay, so Swerve BG. So this is the problem that I find most people coming to the channel have. This is the problem. You guys, y'all come in, and I understand the channel says AMC Stock, so I want to help you. That's not the reason why I have that. Like I want to help you guys too. So like, part of the problem you're in with AMC is because you're buying a stock heavily put on Wall Street bets, and that really FOMO'd. You don't really know any fundamentals behind it. Do you believe in the company at all? And so putting your money into Sundial, it's just seeing a 3x return rate, right? It's just literally tripled in value over the course of like 5 days, which I figured would happen, but I don't think this is the time to be buying into it personally. So do your own due diligence. I wouldn't, beware of hype trains, as they're saying down there. Beware. New to your channel, so forgive me, are you a day trader? And if so, why don't you use something like TradeStation? They have high fees, and sometimes the spreads are rough on there. But I like E-Trade a lot. I do both. I swing, I day trade, I have long-term investments. I don't categorize myself in anything. Just what I do for a living. I really do this full-time all day. And I'm wrapping up my finance degree at UH Bauer. So like I'm like this close to being done. This is great. Bosley, I agree. Sundial, Monday's a day of reckoning. Very important move. I don't know if it crashes below $1 though. I don't think it I mean, that'd be crazy if it crashed below $1. I don't think so though. That'd be wild. Backing Sundial at 17. That's insane. That's a short squeeze though. I mean, I've been saying that one for a little bit of time now. That is a short squeeze. I think we lost some subs. I don't know how. We're at 959.39. I kind of want to see us hit 6K tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen. That sucks. It's all good, though. I thought we were going to hit 6K. That would have been great. Guess not. Tough luck. All right. Agreed. Talking about Sundial tomorrow. Thanks for the Sundial video. I made. That's awesome. I'm happy, Selena. I'm happy. I just want to say one thing about Sundial really quick, and just think about it like this, guys. Let's say Sundial, let's say it runs to $5 in the next 2 days, right? Okay, and you get out at $3.55 and you make 100% on your investment, right? Let's say that happens, right? You get out $3.50, but it runs up, and so you miss out like on 70% gains more, right? You could have made 170%. But let's say worst case scenario, you hold on to it tomorrow, and then it dumps down to $1.40, right? And you're down 10%. Which one's worse? You know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of people got stuck with AMC, and it's sad. But also too, it's worth mentioning that like the manipulation behind Robinhood. But once that manipulation happened with Robinhood, where they shut it down, I was like, dude, guys, this is dangerous. And I should have been making videos since then. I'm sorry I wasn't covering AMC. I got a lot of traction once I started making them, but I didn't really realize how many people were touching on AMC. This is crazy, the hype AMC has going on right now. Well, you said Sundial is going to crash on Monday. I don't think it's going to crash on Monday. Sundial's a big day. Monday's a big day for Sundial because they need to hold above $1 for 10 days straight. And Monday, I think, marks the 10th day. I could be right. So that'll be good for it. Anybody in lithium? I've been looking at LLKKF. So I mentioned in the MP video that a good short-term play, you got to watch the whole video through to really see it, was LAC. LAC is still really nice, this 2076 range. This is a great lithium company for America and North America. Any good future prospect companies to give DD on? Momo is my favorite right now. I'm going to be making a video on them pretty soon. I love the company. So, you're welcome. What's a good buy tomorrow? It's hard to say. I bought IWM puts, Russell 2000 puts. I'm kind of seeing a little bit of downside, but I have Exxon as well. Exxon's kind of my most bullish thing going on right now. Okay, yeah. So Bosley, the 10th day is Friday. He is right. The 10th day is Friday, but Monday will be like the first day that'll go into effect. That's a good day. So potentially, there's a chance we could skyrocket on Monday. To be honest, there's a chance. Block. What is block? I'm looking for Roblox. I can't wait for. I'm probably gonna buy a lot of Roblox. I don't know why, but I think I don't like this stock. I'm buying LAC tomorrow. Well, I didn't say that, but I mean it's probably solid long term, but not financial advice, but it looks decent. AMC, please. I'll tell you. So look at. I mean, I stream I'm gonna be live in the morning as well. So tune in tomorrow morning. So looking at AMC this morning, this is when we streamed and talked about it. I said we were looking pretty bearish, and I was expecting $4.70, $4.80 target. But we ended up pushing up. Everyone was like, Tyler, you're wrong. F you, you're wrong. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, okay, whatever. And look where we're at right now. So we dumped at the end of the day, back down below the VWAP. And then the after hours, we're back below the daily open, both looking pretty terrible. And if we come back out, this is something I marked out in the beginning of the video for this morning on the live. I had this price range marked out on the OBV. We tested it, got rejected, actually hit the red line to a T, got rejected, and as you see, the price got rejected. So we're looking pretty terrible. So I don't like it. I think we come down to 470, 480, give or take, and they get a little bit of a bounce. We'll adjust it from there. Nept, dude. So yeah, I'm looking pretty bearish. 8:30, like right before 8:30, seems like 8:15 Central. So right now it's 10:30 for me. So about 10 hours from now, I gotta be up early. That's how we make our money, baby. That's how we make our money. Next. Sundial could dip quick anytime. You got to be aware. I don't love it. Don't love it. It's too random. It looks like decent holding below the it's below the view up though, so I don't love that, but it doesn't look that bad. How long have we been streaming for? Hour and 30 minutes. I'll probably go a little bit longer, guys. I'm getting tired though. OGI made a video on it today, guys. Come on, don't be lazy. Go watch the video. I told you which one I like the most. It's ran up. I wouldn't touch it at these levels. Go watch the video if you want to see the best play in this sector. You can just fast forward to the end if you want. IPO just had an SEC filing. Wow. What's up, you nerd? What's up, you nerd? I like that. Okay, so what do you mean IPO? Let's get IPO. I love SoFi. I love them. I've been looking for entries. I just don't know when to get into right now. I had some initial entries, but I sold. They just did too well. When did they file? Oh, wow, that's cool. Wow, that's gonna be IPO. Dang it. That's a cool one though. That's cool. I like that. Why is it doing man, I don't know why. I shouldn't be on Yahoo, that's why I shouldn't. So my browser always changes from Google to Yahoo for some reason. His restaurant used securities incorporated in the state came out and so primarily a business function. What's the point of this? I don't get why they file. Oh, I guess this is like official for the SPAC. That's good. Okay. That's good. Sweet. It's going down. Weird. Long term, I love IPO. I think SoFi has huge potential, guys. Huge potential. This is actually the buy zone that I have marked. Like 22 flat. I'll be looking at 22 flat for entries. Yeah. Okay. I'll just make sure I read it. I read the part. Yeah. Sundial could crash or skyrocket really easy. The market cap isn't huge on it. It's a low float. It's a low market cap stock. Lots of volume kicking in on it. Like you saw, after hours we push from 280 to like 350, like super quick. But it could dump at any time, so be careful. Like AMC dumped really hard, really fast as well. All right, guys, I'm really, really tired. I'm gonna eat some food and probably go to bed. I'm gonna wake up pretty early, have coffee and stuff. So have a good one. I'm gonna head out. I'll be live in the morning, 8:30, like 8:20 Central. You can hop in here. I really appreciate you guys hopping in. I hope we can get the viewer numbers higher as well. I'm just trying to give you guys as much good content as possible. Have a good one, guys. I will be back.